Alrighty, I am once again Coach Logan of Varsity Girls Basketball Team at Highland School. We want to go over our press, which is called Gatorade. So in your playbooks, make sure you're getting down that Gatorade is our press. Some of the key components, I know it's hard to see, so I'll talk them out. Some of the key components to getting into Gatorade is off of a made basket by us. We get into Gatorade fast. That means you have to sprint to your position, know what your positions are, and make sure that you'll be there active and aware of what's going on. Have your heads up, have your hands out and up, and looking at who you're defending. So I'm going to take some parts of the defense out of the way so you can just kind of see what the setup looks like. So we have a person on the ball. Here, this is a person throwing the ball in. We have two guards here that's going to set up for anybody that's coming in. We have this center person is really going to work a wide range area. What's going to happen here is they're always going to tilt to the side of the basketball. So if the ball is on this side, we're going to tilt to this side of the basketball so that we have extra coverage if we have players coming in. And then we'll have whoever's in the back here, your job is to not let anybody get by you. If you can anticipate a steal, you better get it, because if not, they got a wide open layup. All right, and as this shifts down, everybody falls down. One of the key components here is after we trap, that after the trap is over and the ball starts to move, that everybody sprints into Hawk. Hawk is our 2-3. Everybody must sprint. One of the major keys here is stop the ball. If we do not get the trap, we must stop the ball high. Not here, not here. They get the break going, we must stop the ball no later than in this area to push them out and call their offense over again. So I'm going to go ahead and add some defense in here and add in some different scenarios. So I hope you got down those key components. And some of those key components was get into the Gatorade fast. After the basket's made, everybody rushes to their position, knowing where they're supposed to be in Gatorade. Make sure your hands and eyes are active. Make sure you can see what's going on. And if we don't get the trap and they break it through, make sure that we stop the ball as number one. We have to stop the ball and push it out into this area. Don't let them get in the teeth of the defense. Let's force them to push out. Everybody sprint back. And once the trap is broken, everybody has to sprint back into Gatorade. Once you get back in, not Gatorade, in the Hawk. And then we're going to go into our normal 2-3. All right, let's add a little defense here. A little offense. So we got some offensive players. And I'm going to set it up a couple different ways so you can kind of see what they might be doing with us. They might run a 3 across here. And this particular player will kind of come up here just a little bit in case they try this over defense, long baseball pass. We'd have this cut off. Now what we're looking for in the major key components here is these two particular players are in a man-to-man situation. They're actually half looking at them and half looking at where they're trying to go. We're trying to cut them off from coming to the middle. So if you have a player coming in this area, this player wants to do their best to force them to have to come around on the outside, because that's where we want the trap to go. We want the trap to come from as the ball goes in. We're going to have a trap here. This person will come in. This person that's over here now would drop. And I'm going to show you that. So key component here is if they're here, our arms are extended. We're watching the waist, but we also have our head on a swivel. And we're trying to eliminate them coming here. And on this side, if they're coming around onto this side to receive the ball, we want to make sure we hurry up and cut this off so that we can kind of get this trap going. And obviously we can't let them get here, and this person here has to work really hard to not let this person go backside. So let's just kind of go through some of the things that we see as it pertains to teams in our zone press. So say this, we do our job. We cut this off. This player has to run here. Obviously, you're running with this player because they're in your zone and you're manned up with them. And you let them get the ball here. Very Mickey Must, very key component. Do not let this person go down this baseline. This particular player has to cut the baseline off if the pass has been thrown here. We don't stand back and look and say we covered the baseline here because then they can turn it into here. You have to cut the baseline off, be physical, make contact with them. Once that ball on a flight of the pass, flight of the ball, here, we should have simultaneous movement here to get this trap going. Now, your job, this player's job is not to let them go baseline. This player's job is not to let them go funnel back into the middle. We want to get this particular trap going here, a good strong trap here. One hands high, hands low, making sure that they try to move the ball around and tighten it up so that they can't split the middle to work hard to make sure this trap works. Now, one of the first things that they're going to look to do is throw right back to the person that just passed the ball in, and then boom, they're breaking it and they're down the lane. Now, we have to see this as a group. The entire group has to see this. And I'm going to put this back here, put you back here, have this player coming in here. This pass is made, okay? On the flight of this pass, there should be this going on and that going on at the same time this is going on. To cut this off, because you know this person here is immediately coming to get the pass back. Say they do make this pass back here. This person here goes right into the trap here. This person here goes right into the trap here. This person in the middle, now, this person is still staying with him. This person in the middle now is coming all the way down in here to cover this. If we get these traps right, we're going to get steals and coverage. This person will come probably about half court. We're going to get the steals and the coverage that we need to have. Okay, so let's go back. Got a player here on the ball, player here, here. I'm sorry. This is the person that was in the middle. We got a player here and a player here. So some of the key components of this setup here is making sure we do not let this particular player get in here. All right. This split down the middle is your side. This split down the middle is your side. We're not trying to get into a situation where this player roams off here to get this pass and we got this person trailing them. They come over here to switch and we got this player crossing. We do not want that, okay? You have to communicate and pass these players off. So if I have a player here and a player here and they're going to run this down here, then you must go, this particular player must go with them so that we can get this trap from here to here going, okay? And this player here is now going to take over this player right here. Still staying in your area, not going over to this side. This player beats you backside. All right, you have a side. This is your side. You got to make sure that you stay on your side. These two players have to communicate on the switch. You must communicate on the switch. Very, very important for this to work. Hands have to be active on the ball here. All right, and hands and physicality. That's one of the main things here in this press is we're going to be physical. We're not going to let them get into this area. All right. This person's job here is to be probably about right here. They're right here. Arms extended, so it's not an easy pass. So this player does this, trying to get into this area to come down here. Well, this player has to stop that, or you better have a really good communication with this player to go ahead and drop down. I'd rather you stop this. Make them have to come on your side so that you can go ahead and play D on your side, and this particular player, your teammate, can stay on this side of the ball and have that kind of coverage. So we'll never have our back turned this way, looking at the ball. We're always going to be looking at who's coming down. Say they bring an extra person down and into this area to get the ball, okay? So, and it, you know, trying to confuse us. Sometimes it's 3 across. Well, that's when this player here, okay, lets this player know that they can come off. So they would come off here. And you say, okay, we have a free player. No, this player is going to drop all the way down and come and make this coverage if that was something to happen. Or in this particular situation, we're here, this player's coming down, this player's coming down with this player. All right, you may get to about free throw line extended, and you can talk this through. They get here, let them come off, and you take here. We still have really good coverage. We have really good coverage here, and it's tough. Even though we're not trapping, we have to be physical in the man-to-man situation. You guys have to make it tough, just like teams make it tough for us to come down and get the ball. It has to be more of a refusal to let them get into this area, get into the middle of the floor, so they can go ahead and break the press. All right, so we got to make sure that we're physical in that sense. So our person back here, our defender here, which we'll have a lot of times. They'll bring 3 down and leave 1 back. You know, they might even bring this person over here to try to get this going down the baseline. And this whoever's here is going to have to shade over a little bit. Now, you cannot get beat. You cannot get beat. You have to, if you gamble for this steal, you better get it. If not, you have to get back and stop the break. All right, we want you to get back all the way into this area and make them do something if you end up having 2 players on you. Okay, so everybody who's roaming the middle should know who's in the middle. Before we even call Gatorade, we need to know where everybody's going to be at in their positions on the floor. Okay, so we'll go back to you know, sometimes you might see them stack on you. They're going to stack to one side. So we'll have this person come in here. You know, if they're stacking on one side, we're coming in here because we're trying to eliminate them to get this wide side. We want to condense them onto this side of the floor so that they have to work in a tight area versus this wide area so they can get here. And that's just effort. That's hustle and effort, communicating and talking, and being physical at the point of attack. You know, at the point that they start to come down in here, we need physicality here. You're not going that way. You know, this person's coming down in here. This on this side, okay, we're going to let you come only in this corner, not up in here. We're going to let you come in this corner because we're looking for the trap. Pass goes here. Boom, we got a trap here. A hard trap here. The first instinctive pass is the pass right back here. That's when this person on the flight of the ball has to get in this area so that we can get this. This person that's in the middle is dropping down in here. You know, tightening that thing up so it's tough for them. Arms are going, and we're being physical. And that, you know, that's some of the things in this particular press. You have to work really hard, and you have to be physical. You have to put them in a position that we want them in, not the position they want to get into. Okay, so we come back here, and we'll go here again. Here, here, and here. Player here. They might have a player over here setting up their 3 on this side. The play might be set on that side. It's the same thing. Player on the ball, who's ever in the middle is going to shift over because we're on ball side on this side now. All right. And only time that we're going to run Gatorade when it's a spot situation. We'll never run Gatorade when they have the baseline and they can run the baseline. All right. We want them to be in a spot that they have to make the pass. We're aggressive here. Hands are up. And we're trying to get our hands on the ball. Once this pass is made on the flight of the ball, this person has to come hard here. This person has to come hard here. All right, and get this good trap going on here. They're looking to try to throw this pass back into here. This person on the flight of the ball has to come in and handle that. Say you get this person on the flight of the ball, they get the ball, they start tracking you this way. Well, it's the job of this person here that was on the inbound to come follow it. Come follow it because this person's working hard to cut the baseline off. So we're going to keep this thing going until we get them trapped again, and that's exactly what we want. Just because we go for it the first time and don't get it, don't mean we can't continue it on. Then they're going to maybe have a player here. This player's coming to shift here. This person in the middle now is down here. We got good coverage, okay? If we do our job here, it's going to be really tough to make these kind of passes. It's going to be hard if we do our job and work to pin them to the sideline so they can't get beat up the sideline. But if we're lazy in this thing and we don't work hard at all in this thing here, and they're going to eat it up. They're going to eat it alive if we don't come and play hard. So we come with this. They bring a player here. At the same time, they're bringing a player here. And if this trap is not tight, if this person doesn't follow this person through, Then what we're going to have here is a ball fake. They'll come in between, make the pass here. Now these players have to sprint back. They have to sprint back immediately and stop the ball. Because from there, they got players streaking all here, streaking. Everybody's streaking. They're making a pass. They're in here for a bucket. You know, that's when we want to make sure that we're not giving up and getting these open spaces. These players, once the press is beaten, you have to sprint. Whoever's here in the middle has to stop the ball. You have to stop the ball because you have to help this person out that's getting back. It's your job to hold this ball up and make them come hold it up while everybody here is giving maximum effort to sprint back to their positions. Whoever's in the middle is always going to end up on either side up top. That makes it easy. So if, say, this is a Soha in the middle, or Linden in the middle, or a Kayla in the middle, you know that you're going to be up top. So if you see Soha on this side, whoever's the other person, just go to their side. Stop the ball. Everybody here has to sprint down. The 5 normally is already down, and we have to sprint to get in our hawk positions, our 2-3 positions, and we look just like that. Okay? And they're going to probably come on down and get in here. I'm sure they'll trot down and get in here. That's our coverage on how we set up in our Gatorade.